Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all realms, welcome to the Couch Co-op Podcast. First up, get ready for some scorching video game hot takes. We're diving into the sizzling controversies, unpopular opinions, and gaming debates that have the community buzzing. Things are about to get heated. Then we'll fire up your playlist with must-try games and share our gaming conquests in the beat list. Of course, we can't forget the gaming libations. Lord Beerstro is here to elevate your gaming experience with his expert beer battle. Two brews will face off in a showdown of flavors, and only one will emerge victorious. And last but not least, maybe Aaron's Mobile Minute will keep you up to date with the latest gaming trends, game recommendations, and must-play titles in the world of mobile gaming. Whether you're on the go or on the couch, Aaron's got you covered. So grab your favorite gaming beverage, settle into your coziest spot, and get ready for an episode that's hotter than a Hadouken. The Couch Co-op Podcast starts now. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, the show genetically designed for middle-aged men. If you are new to the podcast or have found us by mistake, grab a beer and get comfortable. If you are a long-time listener, seek help. I'm Ian, and I have Jared, Dave, Nick, Aaron, John on the couch tonight. How is everybody doing?
Doing good.
Doing pretty
It's
good,
been a
actually.
Good weekend.
All right.
Good. I don't need help
Yes.
as far as I'm aware, but you know.
Well, you're not a listener.
I feel pretty good.
I was, and I need help.
That was
I'm
directly
feeling quite
pointed
good.
at Tony Death, if he's still listening. But he's probably not. He probably got help.
Oh,
Aw.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good if you did.
His wife probably got some clothes too.
Man. Anyway, part of me feels bad that happened. Part of me, a little psycho funny part of me wishes we had kept the clip. And part of me is glad. Part of me is glad that nothing came of that. Anyway.
It's the jokes.
Yeah, the jokes.
Sure.
We've been doing really well. Like this whole what is this like the middle of the month? We are like getting hammered hard since like the first of this month, man. Like I don't know. There's just been a massive uptick.
Man, we've had a lot of viewers.
Downloads and
Downloads.
listen streaming. I don't
Well,
know.
the middle-aged men have
Yeah.
their kids back in school, and
That
now
must
they
be
have time
it.
to listen to stuff and
guess.
Yeah.
do what
And the
they
middle-aged
want.
bots.
They have to drive to
Yeah,
school.
thanks, guys.
I don't know. It's something's going on, but
Yeah.
it's just been kind of crazy. I don't know, but that's cool. So maybe someday someone will write in again and be like, "Oh, I found you guys," and you guys are
Yay,
all
that'd be
completely
nice.
wrong, except your beer choices, and that is because of the Beerstro.
That's right.
Yay.
Speaking of,
All right,
what
Lord.
are we drinking tonight?
So, yesterday was Mexican Independence Day,
Ooh.
so I'm kind of celebrating a day late. I have probably two great amber lagers going head to head. We've got
Nice.
Negro Modelo
Ooh,
and Dos Equis.
Yes, please.
All right.
that's a toughie.
Yeah.
It is.
Other
It's
one.
a lot more. It's a lot more fun when they're on draft at your local cantina.
Yeah.
With a wonderful
See.
basket of chips and salsa nearby. But
I like them both a
unfortunately,
lot.
I just have my house today. But I'll get started with some Dos Equis Amber since I haven't had this in a long time. Actually,
Shit, I don't know. The last time I had that was that's
Yeah, that one's maybe decades.
decades.
That one definitely been a while. I
Is
think the
it
last
very-
one I
is it
had
very
was actually on
ambery?
tap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good head. I saw that.
We want to see the
Oh.
beer, not the bottle. Oh wow, it's dark.
No.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it looks a lot darker on screen.
I was
than
gonna
it
say
does
that's
in
a really good
person.
pour.
Yeah. Well, I've been practicing. So.
Right.
Since I was 2
But,
years old.
Mhm.
Couldn't quite walk yet. Couldn't quite talk, but I could pour you a freaking
Beer.
tall ass cold of beer.
Yes, indeed.
So what if I barely got
My
it?
abusive father
Yeah.
said, "If you don't fucking pour this beer right, you're never gonna learn to walk."
Yeah, I mean, I got
Showed him
tired
his
of.
boss.
That's dark.
Yeah, well.
And if you do pour it right,
No,
and
the
have
beer,
too
I
many,
mean.
you won't be able to walk.
Oh,
Oh.
my hands got tired of the stove, so
Yeah.
I had to learn how to pour correctly.
The
Jeez.
cigarette burns. Yeah. No.
man.
No, oven
No, that's if I
burn.
poured it correctly. The cigarette
Oh.
burns were if I poured it correctly.
Oh,
Mm. How is the beer? How's
tough
it?
love.
When was the last time you had it? Is it any good?
No, it's good. But I can't. Probably the last time I had it was probably at a going out and grabbing some Mexican food at a cantina that had it on draft.
Cool.
Because that's the nice thing about Dos Equis was it was very widely available on draft even like years ago. Whereas its competitor, not so much until about 2010 when they just finally decided to start putting stuff in kegs. But I can talk about that a little bit later.
All right.
But no, I really like this one.
Cool. Well,
Enjoy your beer.
well we'll let you settle in with that, and we'll get to our first topic of the night. And I thought, we would just kind of like come up, just not a list, just like just kind of go around the table and be like some like incredible hot takes, just like something really controversial that you think none of us would agree with, or like the gaming community as a whole would just be like. And then we debate it for a few minutes and then move on. Who's got one and wants to go first?
I'll go.
Jared wants to go. All right, go for it, Jared.
I want to hear
So-
this hot take.
Now that I've been playing Starfield, a lot of games make me miss loading screens
Really?
because
What?
that's your chance to pick up your glass and have a drink of beer or whatever you're drinking. I actually, for my longer sessions, I used to like close my eyes during the loading screens just to like keep them moist and not drying out in my old age.
Right.
And so loading screens were my break time, kind of like commercials on TV. That's when you go to the bathroom and stuff
What
like
you're
that.
saying is you missed that Destiny loading screen where
Yeah.
the ship is like above
Yeah.
the planet.
Those were the longest ones. Like even Starfield are pretty short loading screens, even on my PC. So it's like just enough time to grab my beer and sip a drink. But
So
that's
You could just
about
go
it.
into the menu.
Yeah,
this
but
is it.
I mean,
Not the
a
same.
lot of the
Yeah.
games that have fast loading screens are very fast because there's so much action and you don't want to set the controller down or take a break or anything like that. So I was just thinking about that today. I was sitting down on the couch playing Starfield and I had lots of breaks to drink the beers I was drinking.
That's funny.
And where sometimes, like the games that don't have loading screens, my beer will get warm and flat by the time I
No.
remember that there's a beer in front of me.
I don't know if I agree with this one.
Yeah, that was my first thing too. Is like, there's does Starfield not have a pause button or?
They
Yeah.
all
Screen
do,
that
but you get in there, you're wanting to play.
Like
No,
Destiny,
I
you
kinda-
can't pause it because that's like an always online MMO. It's
Yeah,
like
you can't
live, so
really
like
pause it.
that I get that. The loading screen
Mhm.
was
Yep.
necessary to drink a beer. Because you're gonna get killed if
Yes.
you. But like Starfield, I imagine you just pause it and be good.
Yeah, either that or have one while you're having the conversation, doing the dialogue.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's funny. I will pull this really quickly from because last week you guys talked about Starfield and you guys when you were talking about the mods, like how quickly you just went to the pervert mods because of me. But truthfully, a a lot of the cool mods are like the UI overhauls, but the one that Jared made, like they have it where they even speed up the loading screens to where they're non-existent. So like they're fast now, but you can mod it to where they're not even there. So
what Jared needs is the anti-mod.
Yeah, he needs an
that makes the
anti-mod.
loading screens like
Yeah.
infinite
down.
unless you press the
he
button.
needs like a sexy wallpaper loading screen that just like comes in for no reason, just like. And then you can drink your beer.
In a lot of games, although the loading screen would be like information about
Mm.
an area or something like that, but it would never give you enough time to read it.
Tips that you
It's
never
just,
used.
Here it is, all this information, like a whole paragraph. Boom. it's
So
gone.
there we are. The Starfield mod for Jared is a loading screen that says "Drink a beer, Jared. Drink a beer, Jared."
You have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Get her done.
Half a pint.
You know what? I actually,
It's the Starfield drinking game.
I'm playing. You know, like, when I'm playing, like, I find I drink less when I actually like that. I find that when I watch a movie, I drink like 4 beers. I play a video game for like 4 hours. I drink like 1 beer. It's like I actually kind of prefer that. I'm like so in the game that I just don't really care.
Because there's not enough loading screens.
I mean, no, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm so ingrained. Unless I have to, if I have to pause it and go to the bathroom and like my beer's empty, then I don't know. I guess. All right, that's a cool one. This is a different one. That was a very interesting one. I think you are definitely in the minority with that one. Dave, you got one?
Mm-hmm. Not off the top of my head, no.
Dave doesn't have anything exciting. Nick, Aaron.
I have one.
Jared, shoot him first.
I have. So I think modders should be paid, but I think they shouldn't have to do like any sort of crowdfunding to be like any donations. It should come straight from whoever's publishing the game they're modding for.
It's like a freelancing type thing. So like you
So you're
hire
taking the
a
Unity approach.
modder and
What I was thinking was maybe kind of a more like maybe like a gig, like kind of either like a DoorDash or maybe like a YouTube thing, like where they get paid based on
Just
how
a
many people are
partnership
like.
program.
I guess something like that. I mean, maybe something like that already exists. I don't know. I was trying to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole, but I didn't want to get too far down.
Against the culture of modding.
Bethesda actually hired a bunch of modders for Starfield. So there's a bunch of modders that like their like Skyrim and Fallout mods were implemented with them in Starfield. So like there's like a clutter mod, so like rooms in Starfield that are extra cluttered than they used to be. There's that guy's mod was implemented in a more professional way, so I'm pretty sure he obviously got paid for that. But I feel like some of that is just they want to, because it's
It's a passion.
There's a thing where like if it goes through Bethesda's workshop, there's like limits to what they're allowed to do. Whereas like certain mods don't want to have that constraint, and they want to be able to do whatever the fuck they want. And that's why they ask for money through a Patreon sometimes. Not all of them do that, but some of them do.
No, I understand, but I mean, it's like also like I have no way of knowing whether this is I mean, I brought it up once before. I mean, they're not intentionally going to be releasing broken games just to have the modders fix, but I'm wondering if maybe they're cutting some corners in hopes that the modders will kind of like shore up any loose ends for them and do it for free. Or in another case where one game will receive like, or some people will throw in some really popular mods, and then when a sequel will come out, the publisher will take some of those ideas and implement it themselves into the sequel, and basically they're taking all the credit and the money for it.
I feel like
then again, it's also their property to basically argue against myself too. But
I feel like the really pro like hardcore modders prefer to be because like next year Bethesda will release the modding toolkit, and there'll be a bunch of modders that like will make mods through the toolkit that are quality controlled through Bethesda. There's no money involved with that, but that's kind of what they allow. Then there's the other modders that just want to fix the game. They want to make and fix the game the way they want to do it, and they don't want Bethesda to be around. And I don't think that you're ever going to be able to get them to like become a part.
I know
of
it's not
Bethesda.
going to be like a perfect situation, but it's like at the same time, it's like all these cool mods on like Nexus mods that people are just making. I mean, there's definitely some mods out there that are like really awesome, and I guess in a way, I feel like, I mean, maybe it's nice that we support them, but in the same way, I think they should get something from the company that's also benefiting from it as well. But maybe I'm just being a little too on the left.
This isn't really this is kind of along the lines of what Nick's is a similar thing, not exactly the same kind of modding thing, but it's not really a hot take. It's just that Bethesda announced the remake of Oblivion that's coming out next year. Well, also coming out at the end of next year is Sky Oblivion, which is the whole massive modding group that is finally going to release Oblivion on the Skyrim engine. It's a massive replace mod for Skyrim.
Wow.
So
that's a lot of work.
And yeah, and I've posted the videos on the Discord and stuff before, and it's really impressive. It's some really cool shit. And so they had announced where they were on their game like a few months ago, like how much of the areas they're completed and what they needed to finish, and they were still looking for help and all this stuff. And the game looks amazing, super cool. And then like a month later, Bethesda announced that they're going to remaster Oblivion, and it's just like, that's like so shitty, man. That's just a shitty fucking thing to me, because like these guys have been busting their ass. If anything, you guys could at least talk, but there's money to be had, right? And there's, because like, you can't really mod the game on, you can't really put Sky Oblivion on the console. So it's just, it's not really a hot take. It's just like kind of a shitty thing take. But you made me think of that. And I think that's kind of some of what modders, why they're against Bethesda and why they like to be their own people,
Yeah. I mean, at the same point, it's like, I don't know. Would some of these games be as popular if they didn't have these mods?
Oh, it's a long-term support. Yeah,
mods is like mods like a secondary, third. It's like that.
Well,
because like we've all played. I think originally we all played the games on consoles, and the mod support on that's really limited, if any.
Yeah, it's not possible, really.
But anyway, hot take.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Actually, the funny thing is this Starfield's actually not that broken of a game as compared to historically.
From everything I've read, it's pretty decent.
It's just more questionable thing.
And that was one of my questions last week, was if Jared or Scott had encountered any fun Bethesda bugs or glitches.
I'm sure there are some. But
I know, and it's almost at a point to where if a Bethesda game didn't have any glitches, then you'd think it's broken.
Yeah, this is definitely one of their most polished games, but there are little glitches, characters getting stuck on things.
Everything I've heard is like just the questionable UI. It's like so small, and then like the fact there's no fucking area maps. Those things. Like why were these choices?
Or conversations happening on top of conversations happening on top of conversations.
That sounds like a bug.
Yeah, because there'll be 3 groups of people all having their own conversation, as well as your NPC talking to you while you're having a conversation with an NPC.
That's awesome.
For a story.
You'd be used to that with your family, Jared.
Yeah, I know. I've gotten pretty good at narrowing it down to the voice. Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Who's got one? Shoot him out.
All right. I think I got one. So, all right. This is not exactly about games themselves, but more like what's in the games. Like, okay, so I kind of like, how there's like the super, like it's not even really the story. It's like the weapons and stuff like that. I know that we're all used to like these super serious like weapons and enemies and stuff like that, but after playing games like Saints Row and like oh god, Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that. I kind of miss the more silly weapons out there. Like, why are there not more silly weapons out there? Like,
You mean like the
more
dubstep cannon?
dubstep cannon, dildo sword, the Miss Zircons. Where
Yeah,
are
not
all
many game
those
series do
weapons?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't get me wrong. I like those like more. I like some of those like let's say there's like the chain gun, the auger, like to shoot through walls like in Resistance, stuff like that. But I want more sillier weapons. Like but you have to search them out. Like let's say you're playing God of War, not God of War, but like I don't know, a game that I don't know. I'm just trying to think of a game that would do it really good. Like
You just need to play
Grand Theft
Fortnite,
Auto,
bro.
touche.
Bro.
But still, it's just like
Because
there
it's
needs to be
forever.
more. There needs to be more sillier, like because like it everything in most games is super serious, which I understand. Like the game, some of the games, like, of course you can't do silly weapons, but like it'd be nice to see a studio kind of like not take them 100% serious. Like I see modders and stuff like modders, like in-game modders, like making the dumbest weapons you can, but like the company itself doesn't do that. Like I've heard of some really ridiculous ones in the Tears of the Kingdom things on Instagram and stuff like that, but I'm like, why can't the company just come out and say, hey, here's a silly weapon, use it, look it up, find it, that type of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just something
even
silly.
like if it's a serious game, you beat the game. You should. It'd be awesome if you just got like this dump of stupid weapons just to
Yes.
goof around
At
with
the
to
end
keep
of
you in the game.
at the end of Red Faction Armageddon, you would get this little My Little Pony unicorn that would fart on people.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was pretty
That's
good.
awesome.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think I have
did
a
that.
theory on this. As graphics get better and games get realer, I think in the olden days it was silly looking games looked better because
True.
you had a cartoony style, whereas real games were
Yeah,
just
the
kind
style.
of as things get realer, funny weapons look fucking ridiculous, so they don't want to put them in their game. I think that's kind of like Saints Row 3 was kind of at that point where it's still very cartoony looking game, even though it's like
Yeah.
like Grand Theft Auto style. It's just very silly looking still.
Right. Or if anything, you can get a super serious weapon, and it's just like you can modify it in the game to make it be silly. Like if you want to like you get like a super powerful pistol or something like a Magnum or something like that, but like it go like after it shoots, it goes kind of like in the cartoons.
I would
Or
agree.
something like that.
I would agree, though, the guns aren't as inventive as they used to be, though. Like you said in Resistance, like some of those weapons were really inventive. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they're just very, I don't know,
Run of the mill.
very basic, and they're more concerned about the sound and the feel than what
The
they do.
realism.
The realism of it.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, in the game, you're using real guns, but you're fighting like the most like absurd looking monsters, like in Gears of War. It's like a basically AK-47 versus like a freaking underground Lambent or whatever. It's like, do I really need a gun like this, or do I want something that's super stupid? In the
Well,
sense
as
to
an
fight this thing?
example of like a realistic type game, Red Dead Redemption 1, when they released the zombie mode, there was a gun in there, a blunderbuss, that you shoved zombie parts in, and that was your shotgun. I mean, that was fucking rad.
That is kind of cool. I'll give it that.
It
But
was so cool. So, I mean, that stuff is just all but gone at this point. Nobody does anything like
But
that.
theoretically, that's what a
No.
blunderbuss can do, right? Like you put
You
nails and shit
shove
in
whatever
Yeah,
in it
you-
with
you put
explosives.
whatever-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
so like
much,
if
yeah.
you could put bone shards.
Whatever
in
you
a-
have lying around.
yeah.
You know?
So theoretically, that's not
Right.
really,
yeah,
you know.
totally.
Yeah, no,
If it'll
but it's
fit,
just like
it'll shoot it.
Yeah,
it's
funny.
just that's just one thing that always got to me because it's like okay, I'm playing games like God of War and other stuff like that, and they have like the most inventive, like pretty inventive weapons. I mean, yes, you have his axe, you have his chains, but then you get that spear that like pops up out of fucking nowhere, like it's like it's ring of he's a magic spear, or you get the floating sword, which is also awesome too. But like,
Just
fuck.
give him squeaky boxing gloves or something.
yes, yes, like something silly, but it's like it'd be kind of nice if they kind of do something silly in there once in a while. I mean, I know that people are like, oh, just going to stupid. It's like, well, yeah, that's the point of the thing. It's to have a little fun with a game that's super serious, you know? I mean, come on. Play so much.
Cool. John, you got anything?
Yeah, I think Rockstar is on a downward trend.
They've lost important people.
What?
Yeah, I think
mean that's a hot take?
The same thing that happened to 343 with all their senior Halo guys just jumping ship one after the other. I think that's what's starting to happen at Rockstar. So I think they're on a downward trend. I think I'm skeptical if GTA 6 will be as successful as GTA 5.
I don't think anything will be as
I don't think
successful as
anything-
GTA 5.
But it'll be really
Not
fucking
even close.
successful.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I don't have a come out anymore.
I don't know about
I
that.
wouldn't count them out.
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Who knows? If that online mode just gets expanded upon and all people's progress carries forward or something like that. Just, hey, jump in.
But yeah, at this
I,
point,
uh,
it does feel like they're just, it's like cooking by numbers.
Listen, they put a female
Yeah.
lead character in there, I'm in, so I buy it. That's it. That's all they have to do for me. That's the only fucking thing they have to do. They have to be a not sexist shit company for once in their fucking lifetime. And they do that,
But
I'll
does-
buy
Not
it.
gonna happen, you know that.
But does the character have to have a bikini? I mean,
It doesn't. They all have bikinis.
Serious-
There's a bikini.
serious
There's bikinis.
questions.
Like if I in my GTA Online, I can be a chick and have a bikini. So that's irrelevant. Like that already exists in the world. It's just whether they're going to be not douchebags anymore. So I'm actually kind of grateful that maybe the sexist top guys are gone, because if anything, old blood gets fucking tiring. Like you need to move on
Yes.
and put some new blood in
Mhm.
there.
Yes.
You know, that's kind of where I was with, like, I don't know if we talked about the Saints Row shit, but, you know, Saints Row needs to go to a different company. It's just, it got stale. It got stale with 4. Like, 3 was just like this big hit, and then 4 kind of, you know, yeah, I get it. You guys
more
love the
same.
game, and you're really getting close to it.
It
but
had
man,
some neat ideas.
But it
to
needs to move
didn't-
on,
it
you
didn't
know.
go.
Maybe Gran Turismo needs to move on. It was like 2D down, and then it was 3D open world, and now it needs to be something else. Like, not full of leadership douchebags. So I'm glad they're leaving. And if they go down, fuck it. I love it. I've always hated Rockstar, so not a hot take.
Original Rockstar hater here.
My thing with Rockstar is if they just, like you said, get new blood in there and stuff like that, but let them release new IPs, because I'm so sick and tired of hearing about Grand Theft Auto 5 expansion after expansion after fucking expansion.
Yeah, it would be
Good
nice
lord.
to see something from them.
That'd be great if, like, you know, stupid parents would let their little kids keep playing that stupid fucking game. like,
Well, supposedly they're going to do Red Dead 3 after GTA 6. So they're just going to play the
I don't
hits,
think
baby.
I don't think GTA 6
I'd like
is
to
gonna
see
come.
another original IP.
Yep.
Rockstar's
nice.
never gonna drop an original IP. There's too much. They don't care.
Too much money
No.
on the table.
That would be a
Too
hot
many
take.
people saying
This would be the hot take. Would be they're postponing Gran Turismo 6 or GTA 6, and they're pursuing a new IP. That would be a hot take.
Yeah.
And that's not happening.
Nope.
That game is still like what? Still number 10 on the most buy.
Yeah,
It's always in the
ridiculous,
top
like-
tens. Yeah.
It's like
that's insane to me.
there's no game that could compete with that. Not even the sequel
And-
to Gran Turismo GTA 5. That game is on another level.
Closest would be.
It's been on 3
closest would be-
consoles. It's existed in its lifespan on 3 consoles.
Yeah, it's so wild.
GTA 6.
I have a
closest-
feeling it's still very popular on the PS3.
GTA 6.
Closest is probably Call of Duty. Is my guess. It's the closest.
Even
Oh,
if
yeah.
GTA 6 is awesome, it's still gonna be seen, I imagine, as a failure.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like
Yep.
most Marvel movie. It's like Marvel. Every movie that doesn't make $1 billion is considered a failure. So it makes sense that'd be if it doesn't succeed a certain amount.
I will say this though. I mean, GTA 5 existed on the 360 PS3. You know, that game actually had to be moved into a new console for the, you know, because the PS3 was so hard
Yes.
to develop
Yeah.
for. This new version will be just a PC version that'll just live on in infamy forever because it doesn't
Yeah,
have to
it'll
be.
go on forever. It'll be the
just,
zombie game.
It'll just be scalable no matter what. So you'll have
Yeah,
less
it's
of
immortal, pretty much.
less work of having to work to redevelop it, really. But
It'll be on everything.
But whether it sells
Everywhere,
as much
all at
as
once.
I mean, I never thought, that's not even a hot take either. I think GTA 5 is not a good game either, but
That's definitely a hot take right there.
that's not a hot take.
But
That's
we'd
an
all,
Ian take. That's just a normal Ian.
we'd
take.
all agree.
Yep.
We'd agree though. It's like it's not exactly the greatest game
I've
anymore.
heard rumblings
it's a
of
good game,
people
but
criticizing GTA 5. I mean, I've heard a lot of rumblings of GTA 4 too.
Oh, I hate that.
4 was okay. 5 is better. But
5
still.
is better than 4, I think, but
I don't
5
like
is
the series.
5 is so big.
I like
5 is
4 better than
giant.
5. There you go. Hot take.
Oof.
Dave working for the
That's a
Russians.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
You and Elon. Anyway, no, that's
Boy.
You got one, Ian?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No, I
Well,
just wanted to.
I,
Anyone have another one?
I do have one more actually.
Aaron has another one.
I made a list. I made a list.
Oh, I just figured
This
we'd
one
talk
kinda-
about it, so like
wow.
it didn't have to be.
Yeah.
We'll shoot them out.
All right, so here's one that I don't know how popular this is with anybody really is. The idea of remasters is a dead idea. Don't get me wrong, I like some remasters, but there are some out there. It's like Resident Evil. I'm sorry that. Nah. Continue the series 6, 7, 8. All those ones. Keep going.
Are you
Stop hanging-
talking remake or remaster?
Remake.
Remaster?
Okay.
about the
No,
remakes?
remaster.
What about
Yeah,
the
the
remakes?
remakes.
No.
though.
No,
Those are
remakes
the ones that
fine.
have come out. Yeah.
Well, no, the Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, the remasters of those or whatever those are called. I don't know what they were called, but and any other one that remasters, it's like remakes are fine. Like if you completely can redo it from the ground up, but so called Resident Evil, like or whatever, any game like it,
Yeah.
that's fine by me. But remasters, like, come on, guys, get your fucking brain going. You're game developers. Make us
It's
something
becoming
new.
a little less important. The transition from like a PS3 game to a PS5 game, that's pretty substantial. But if it's just like an up-res texture kind of a thing, yeah, the remaster, that's kind of garbage. But yeah, remakes,
Yeah.
I'm all down for that. Especially
Yeah,
if they
no.
make some significant changes like in Dead Space.
Well, yeah, and the big one that I really enjoyed right now is obviously Final Fantasy VII, the remake / remaster of that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, but
Mhm.
because I mean, come on, it's a PS1 land to PS4 now, PS5 coming. I'm all for that, but like, just literally some graphic retouches, like, ugh, just
I did
stop.
the Witcher 3. It's essentially just like an upgrade
Texture
from
up-res,
the
yeah.
but I love playing it on 60 frames per second. It definitely makes a huge difference. And it's been a while since I played The Witcher 3, and I only spent $25 on it. So
Mhm.
for that, I was pretty content in upgrading, and
That's not a lot of work.
Happy-
That's not a
happy
lot
to
of work
play
for
it.
them though, because like those textures already
No, it isn't.
exist for on the PC, right? So like it's just we'll just upgrade it for the console. So it's like that's just those
Making
kind
sure
of
it works
yeah, just
properly
make
on
sure it
console
works
is nice.
properly and it's
now I wouldn't have bought it at $50, but since it was 25, I was like, okay, that's fine. But if
Yeah.
it was $50, I wouldn't have bought
You could
it.
do the Rockstar thing and not remaster anything. You just put it out on the
Yeah,
PS5
you buy it 3
for
times like I did.
$60. No, but you could buy the new version of Red Dead 1 for $60 and be like,
Oh, fuck that.
and they didn't do
yeah.
and they didn't do anything
Well,
to it, and it's
No,
like
their worst example is the Grand Theft Auto remakes or remasters that they
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yes.
Those were super poor quality. Like they didn't even do them. It was like an outside company, and they failed miserably.
But the fact that they
Nobody was
allowed
happy with
them,
that.
but
Yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
the Red Dead 1 thing
There
is
was still no quality
questionable.
control.
It's still questionable.
Well, is
Yeah,
it even a? It's not. They're not even trying to sell it as a remaster. They're just saying it's a port to.
Yeah, it's just a port.
PlayStation and the
It's a
Switch.
port, but it shouldn't be a $60 port.
Yeah.
50. It's
Yeah.
$50.
Well,
Yeah,
now it's
for
50,
no
but I think
thing.
initially it was like
and
50.
that's fair.
Oh, that's not fair.
Still. bullshit.
Definitely not if you've ever played the game. I would absolutely not spend full price on something like that.
It takes too long to get out of fucking Mexico
Red
or
Dead
get to
Redemption's
Mexico.
a great game.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The ending's
It's
okay.
wonderful.
Ending's okay, but the game itself is garbage. All right.
I
Let's
think that's
move on.
more of a hot take, but
It's not, not really. Nintendo sucks. Hot take. It's the worst fucking console video. Okay, I will do it. I will do the Nintendo sucks hot take. I will say that Nintendo is the worst video game company in existence. They are they overpriced. Their games stay overpriced for way too long. They have the shittiest gear. Controller, sure, but gear in general, it's weak, underpowered.
hardware.
They expect you to pay the same amount of money for a AAA game that doesn't run very well on their system as compared to a system that can run games. And I think when you look at their games, they have not fucking created a new IP, a new real magical IP since when? Super Nintendo? Really?
I think N64, maybe.
No, not N64. What?
Amen,
I think
brother.
2000 they came out
Preach.
with Pikmin.
Pikmin's not. No one plays that. That's such a niche title. No one.
Yeah.
That one struggles to sell. Splatoon struggles to sell.
Arms, Splatoon.
Yeah, Jared, you're the one arms guy.
Hard hitters.
No, so like then you look at their mainline titles, they're just iterating on cutesy. They're not really iterating on great ideas. They're just iterating on what makes it cute to sell to kids and to old ass men who are so hung up on that nostalgic bullshit that they can't move past it. Oh, it's still so cute, Mario. Oh my god. So when you look at that they've been creating the same fucking Mario or Zelda game forever. Oh, until they like move it into 3D, and then that becomes like, oh, we got to suck their dick because they moved it into 3D. It's like, dude, that's not an original idea. That's not no fucking original idea. Fuck you, Nintendo. So when you look at Call of Duty, and everyone says, oh, you shit on Call of Duty because they make the same game over and over again, they only learned that from their father. That bastard-ass motherfucker who hasn't learned jack shit. And so,
It's
fuck that company.
Like Nintendo is the Apple of the video game world.
Sure.
I would say,
But no, I wouldn't even say no. You know what? I wouldn't even say
idea
that. I wouldn't say that actually because their Provision VR thing is way more innovative than any VR like kind of goggle thing that's going out there right now. So they are actually still innovating, whereas Nintendo has not innovated anything. Like, what have they actually innovated? I like truthfully innovated. I don't think they've like you can hook I don't know what do they do? What have they done? I don't know what they've done.
No, the only thing that's even kind of
You can't make a
cool
phone
that
call
I
from
think-
the Switch.
True.
Shit company.
The only
Shit
thing
company.
the other thing that's even kind of okay with it. I mean, if you don't have any other console or anything, which I can't even use the function.
I think we all have one except Dave, though.
Well,
Yeah,
I just like the fact you can go from a little screen to a giant screen.
Ian's preaching to the choir here. I don't think they've made a good game or made a new exciting game this century.
How is Zelda?
And we're 23 years in.
How is Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom a masterpiece when every idea in it's been stolen from a game that exists? And the storytelling sucks because somehow two characters going me with dialogue is better than like actual characters telling a story. Like somehow that's the best. That's what makes a masterpiece video game is me. It's like, dude, no, that's garbage. That's garbage. And only fucking asshole Nintendo fans love that shit. Like real people don't like that. No one likes that. Fuck that. Nintendo is fucking shit, man. And people give them too much space. They need to like honestly, I wish people would push off on them because then it would force them to be a good company again and make cool shit again. But they haven't made. I would love to see a real new IP from fucking Nintendo. We will never get that though, because people are gonna just keep sucking that dick and get that Nintendo glaze all over their face because that's what they. Anyway, that's the hot take. I wasn't fucking gonna do it. Wasn't gonna fucking do it.
I'm still waiting for the main game I bought the console for.
Prime? That's gonna come to fucking Nintendo Hardcore 2, like the big old 4K Switch. Good luck. It's not going to run on our Switch, baby. There's no way.
No.
I wish I was as eloquent as you, Ian, in putting that basically
So
the
it wasn't
games are
eloquent.
overrated, and yeah, they're IPs. I looked at a Nintendo IP tier list, and I think almost 9 out of 10 games were released on the Super Nintendo,
You want something horrific? You
and
want
the
something
other
really
ones were
horrific?
released on the NES.
Something really horrific? I mean, how long has the Switch been out now, Jared? How long is that console?
2017.
2017? All right, so
Yeah.
that's what? Almost 7 years?
6 years.
6 years, 7 years?
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't ask me to math.
That
going on
console
7.
is living off the Mario Kart from the Wii U. There is not
Yeah.
its own Wii U or its own Mario Kart. That's how fucked Nintendo is. It's like, nah, it's good enough. It's fine. We don't need to.
Right.
Meh. Fuck
they
that
did
company,
release,
dude. And then they had this fucking.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to get in. I have so many issues with
No.
this fucking company, dude.
Yeah, Ian has anger issues with Nintendo.
Listen for our
It's to
episode,
blame.
Nintendo.
It's to blame
and
for
me.
everything. If you want to know why your games are lazy and overpriced, it's because of Nintendo. Fact. All right.
Yeah. Fine.
Well, I
fuck
didn't want to
you.
throw more fuel on the fire, but
And fuck you, games journalists. All you fucking games journalists that fucking propagate this bullshit and like suck on that teat. Fuck you guys. Anyway, I gotta stop. I've only had 2 beers, guys.
Man.
hey, me too.
Jeez.
I've been fucking
What a
playing
segue,
Baldur's
by the
Gate,
way.
and it's fucking awesome. Anyway, anyone else
Right.
got any more anyone got any more hot takes?
I'll save mine for some other day.
You can say it.
Yeah.
You got one more.
All right.
Give us
I'll
one. Your
just go
best
down
one.
my,
The best
my
one.
list here.
Oh.
I think fishing mini games should be in every game. And then
As long as you don't have to play 'em.
sprinting should be infinite in every game, unless you're
No,
in
that's
battle.
an
yeah.
agreement.
I
That's an
disagree
agreement.
with that.
I
I
think
disagree
Unless
with that.
you're in battle. Because
Yes.
if you're just trying to run to a
Yes.
destination, it's
If you're in
annoying
a
having to
fight.
stop and then walk
That
and
I
then
do
click
agree
the
with.
sprint button after many seconds. It's really annoying in Starfield.
Sorry, not an unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
I don't
Having
know.
too many
Actually, both of
useless
them.
items to pick up in a game is annoying. Like, yeah, sure, cool. You can mess with everything
Hey,
on the fucking shelf.
It's a cup.
But I don't
Woohoo!
want to. Yeah, I can get the toilet paper. I can get the stapler. I can get the tweezers. I can get fucking every dumb little item.
Get the
Yeah,
cheese.
But
the
it's
rotten
it's getting
the
in the
cheese,
way of the other
rotten
item that I'm trying to
cheese,
grab.
the
like
fish.
wait, you turn your scanner on in Starfield, and like the whole room lights up, and there might be like one important box in there that you have to fish for. Not that kind of a fishing mini game, by the way. And my last one is too much of a weapon variety is bad.
I mean, but Fallout 4 suffered from that. Just like the mods and the building and I can only imagine Starfield's building weapons bullshit.
So I personally think, yeah, you should have like an assortment of weapons that you should be able to customize throughout the game, changing parts in and out and modifying it to your liking versus having a gajillion weapons.
Yeah.
All like then comparing stats is garbage. I hate just looking for the next green number up.
I hate
And all
Fallout
that
4's.
stuff. Like,
I hate
I
I hate
don't-
Fallout 4's weapons
Just give
choice
me-
and modding shit. Like the first thing I did was like I need to find a gun that's powerful, and I'm just going to build that and use that. I'm not gonna fuck around with any of the shitty weapons in this game. I'm just gonna have this cool ass weapon and run with it. And that's how I
Yeah.
played Fallout 4, man.
I like kitting out like a
Gun.
weapon that feels good to play with, sounds good, all that stuff. Not like, oh, here's 18 different variations of this one, but you can't do anything with it.
How many different
it's like-
ammos
it's
does
just
it
so
have?
pointless.
How many different?
Yeah,
each weapon
yeah,
has a
yeah.
different ammo, and
There's so many different types of ammo. I mean,
So-
Jared said
yes,
he-
I'm currently using Starfield as an
I
example.
know, but it's the other games.
But there's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
the
games that just have way too many weapons, and by the time you get to the end of the game, you're like,
Borderlands?
"Oh shit, I didn't even know I had that weapon."
Borderlands.
Well,
is-
you know, there's
so
Borderlands is
many.
pretty basic in comparison.
They did in a way that also was very unique.
Borderlands
No,
is
but, I mean-
SMG. It's basically your weapon types.
Yeah,
Fucking
I mean,
Fallout
that- yeah, it's
4.
annoying
Fallout
finding
4
the
is
right
like your
one.
caliber types. It's like I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care what. rifle needs. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So those are my hot takes.
I agree with some
Well,
of those.
that hot take just kind of hit me with Borderlands anxiety, where I was
Yes.
just a bit of a pack rat and just like, which one do I keep? Which one do I
Yeah,
sell?
yeah.
And
Because another
yeah,
one I almost put down
there's
was inventory management in games is bullshit and needs to go away. Like Resident Evil down to the bare minimum, changing the
Oh, gosh.
angle of your shotgun so you can fit these other things, and is bullshit. Having to deal with the space, like 20 different options.
I like
in your
inventory
inventory.
management. I like inventory management to a
No.
degree. I do like it. I do dig that. That's like like hardcore RP, like what I'm doing in Baldur's Gate. I like the inventory management of certain things. I do enjoy that, and it's just I don't like dealing with the weapon stuff. Like I just feel like just give me, I don't know. But I agree to an extent. But there is some management I enjoy doing.
I feel that ties into the number of weapons as well and all the rest of it. And what you were saying about going into a room and there's 100 items that you can pick up.
Yeah. Well,
It's
and like half of those items can be used in crafting, but you run out of space in your ship and your character, and there's nowhere else to store it unless you dump it all on your porch. You know, it
that the way
becomes
you-
stupid and pointless.
Is that what you do at your house? You just dump all the stuff you don't have room for on your porch?
In Starfield, yes, it's just
So
pile it in a room and shove it aside because you don't have room in your ship and your person for all the shit, because it says you might need it for crafting. Because all that stuff has weight.
Oh, you know what sucks for you guys? If you were playing on, well, you do play on PC, don't you, Jared? Sometimes.
Yep.
You have console commands. You don't need to like save anything.
Yeah.
You just do
yeah,
the
but
console commands, and it'll just add what you need when you need
It
to
gets
craft.
rid of achievements, though.
Oh, fuck that! You can mod it in later. You just mod the achievements in later. Fuck that shit.
well, Jared. I
Long
mean,
one.
that might be an issue for Jared because you can play the same playthrough on both your PC and.
Yeah, I wonder if it would corrupt it. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun
well,
thing to
no,
test.
I've heard that you can use the console commands on your PC and then it carries through to your Xbox.
That's how you get
So
these. That's
really,
how you get these
they
videos.
are console commands.
Yeah, so that's how you get these videos with like 1 million cheeseburgers in a spaceship and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They multiply all that shit and dump it in.
Yeah, someone
they're not
made the
going
Mass
around the
Effect
galaxy.
chip, didn't they?
And Millennium Falcon. And,
Oh, yeah.
there's been a bunch of stuff.
The R-Wing from Star Fox. Since we were talking about Nintendo, Ian's favorite company, earlier.
Fuck. But you know what I'm also against? Sega doesn't need to make a console. All you guys Sega fucking fans out there, Sega
no, they
doesn't need to
don't.
make
Yeah.
a fucking console.
We don't need
Exactly.
another video game console.
No, we don't need it. Like, look at how
It's
well
hard enough to
these
keep
other
up.
little ones are doing. They're doing so hot. We don't need
Yeah.
that. We need one to get out of the game before you bring another one in. Anyway.
Right.
I mean, I'd be okay if they stopped making Sonic as well.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Yeah.
That's
But what would they do? That's
fine.
like
Most-
Nintendo
that's
not
so-
making
That's
No.
the Couch Co-op Show at gmail.com, and direct those emails to Jared at Clarkage.
yeah. I'm the villain here.
I don't need Sonic to die. I like Sonic's fine. I would rather Mario die than Sonic.
He can keep his little animated.
Sounds like a
series. He's
Dr.
fine in
Robotnik
those.
origin story right here.
No, but 2D Sonic games are garbage. So
Oh my
that's
god! Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
There
Dave
we
loves
go.
Sonic too.
Yeah.
good for him.
Right?
Good for him.
These Sonic games.
Oh God.
I can't believe as a gamer that you're actually saying that. It's like I thought they were right up your alley.
Well, I've
Sonic is
already
kind of
talked
a
about
fun
Sonic. It's supposed to be a fast game, and every corner is something to stop you from going fast.
That's the game.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point.
That's the point of the
thing.
game. You got-
To go fast.
to
but
find
you
a
can't
way
go
to keep
fast.
going fast.
Yeah, you've got to
Yeah.
know the levels. It's like you can't expect
Yeah.
to just go fast. This is
Yeah,
90s gaming.
sometimes.
You
Yeah.
you know, you have to actually learn
Well,
the
even
levels.
modern
You can't
ones.
just press the button.
Modern ones. Go fast.
have to
until-
learn.
No, you're not supposed to. Yeah.
So learn.
All right.
But I think we should move over to Lord Beerstro. How's beer number
2?
3? You're probably on beer number
20.
No, your second.
Are these
beer.
all the Mexican beers, all the Mexican dark beers you're doing
Finished,
tonight?
I think.
Yeah, I finished them both.
Oh, so we can just wrap it up right now.
Yeah.
Well, tell us what you
Yankees
can.
Amber.
Tell us what
How
you
was
thought
it?
about Modelo first. Oh yeah, tell us what you thought about both of them.
Well, I mean, they're both amber lagers, but they're both pretty different. Well, not pretty. I mean, they're not starkly different, but it seems like Dos Equis is a little sweeter, but not sweeter in the way that I like normally. Because Modelo also has a little. I mean, they're both Vienna lagers. I mean, Mexican brewing has to. I mean, they really owe it to Germany, like because it was German immigrants that actually pretty much started all these
I think
Mexican
that's
breweries.
lager for
Right.
everywhere in the world, other than
Well,
Germany
yeah.
and Eastern
Right.
Europe.
Well, but I mean, it was. I mean, there were actual Germans that emigrated from Germany into Mexico that actually started these breweries, and so I mean, that makes sense. That's why these are Vienna lagers, I suppose. But I mean, the winner is going to be Modelo because I've always liked this one much better.
I dig
Dos
it.
Equis was it's always a great beer on draft, as I mentioned at a restaurant, but having Modelo on draft now was a bit of a game changer. But as far as Modelo itself, it's just everything about it is just whatever
Is
Dos Equis is, Modelo's better, but it
Lose the fucking foil, Modelo.
Yeah.
Lose it.
I yes,
Yes,
that's the only
please.
downside is that fucking foil and this pile on
Yeah.
like
I must admit, I'm kind of similar with Stella. I wish they'd just lose the paper. I don't need it.
I'm okay with the paper. I hate the foil. I get
The
you. I get
foil
what
is
you're
another
saying.
level of
Either or.
I get what
annoyance.
you're
but
saying,
the-
Dave. 100%. I'm
Yeah.
used to the paper,
Yeah.
but fuck the foil. Holy shit.
the
Oh,
paper
yeah.
the paper tears
At least
easier
the
than the
paper
foil
comes
does.
off. Paper comes
Let
off
me
in
get to
one
that
piece.
beer quick.
Yes.
is
And-
Dos Equis priced differently than Modelo? Dos Equis
They're
always
u-
came across
they're
as
Harder to
usually
find. It's
similarly-
harder to find though, right?
I mean, I've found the Dos Equis 6-pack at Thriftway. I mean,
Yeah, your Thriftway, we've already instigated that it is a special Thriftway. Like, I don't
But
see Dos
that's-
Equis
Oh, can't
Amber
be.
very often anywhere.
it may have fallen off
I
popularity
don't
wise,
look for
but
it.
Not that way. It's like the only thing
Modelo's
special
everywhere.
about Campy.
I don't even think
maybe
Safeway
that was a
carries
bad
Dos
example,
Equis.
but
No, it doesn't. I never seen it.
So you would
They
say they're
used to.
priced similarly?
yeah,
Nick?
actually, to be honest, yeah, it's similarly priced. I think a lot of because I mean they're basically like two Mexican brewery juggernauts. It's like I can't remember the parent company of Dos Equis, but Modelo is Grupo Modelo, and like the other one that has Dos Equis, they've also got Tecate and I can't think of the other one off the
Soul?
top of my head. Yeah,
Soul,
they've got
yeah.
Soul.
Yeah.
Maybe Aaron will remember the other one. Bohemia, I think, is another one that they have.
Bohemia, there's Victoria, there's
Victoria's Grupo Modelo, and
Oh,
they've also
oh.
got Pacifico, and like a little beer that some people may have heard of. It's called Corona. I don't know if anyone's heard of it.
no, what's that?
Yeah.
Are those the only
But-
two amber Mexican lagers?
As far as like big names go,
Yeah.
I mean, they might
Yeah.
have, they
Yeah.
might have their own
Maybe
like
where
craft
we are.
brew
I mean, at
scene,
least
but-
that you can find.
yeah. I
Like,
mean,
those
yeah.
are
As
the
far
only
as
two I
like,
know of.
yeah. I'll just go ahead and say yeah, but I mean, I'm sure there's probably some smaller.
Hey,
brands
it's
that are
easier just to say
available.
yes sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure I am.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
but no, they're both.
You
I
could
mean,
say
they're
no,
both-
but just say yes. It's easier.
No.
All right. So
I
Modelo
expect
for
you
the
more to
win.
say no, though.
Yes, Negro Modelo for the win. Go look for it on draft at your local cantina, and if it's not available, then Dos Equis probably is, and that's not.
Great on tap.
I mean, they're both great on tap, but I
Mhm.
mean, Dos Equis is a great second place.
All right, there you go.
Nice.
Before we
like
get into the next topic really quickly, Aaron, do you have a mobile minute?
I does actually.
Does.
Whoa.
I
does.
does.
Get the clock
It
and the
does.
questions. Let's
Hold on,
saddle it up.
Better load up the clock.
Hold on,
Saddle
let
it
me
up.
find.
Oh man, I'm gonna start the clock now.
Oh goodness gracious! I have it. There it is. Okay.
All right, you found it. Good job.
He's got it.
I just had to look up the info on it.
This Aaron's Mobile Minute brought to you by Trumer Pills. Not a Trumper Pills, but a Trumer Pills.
Yes.
All right.
The beer that was better than Stella.
It is not. Disagree.
Oh.
All right.
All
That's my
right,
hot take.
John, are you ready with the questions?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Name.
Wacky battles.
Single player.
Yes.
Multiplayer.
Yes.
Genre.
Action.
Advertising or word of mouth.
Advertising.
Like the music.
Yeah.
Like the graphics.
Yes.
Time played.
About an hour.
Keep playing.
No.
Recommend.
Yes, I would definitely recommend it to Jared.
Who would you recommend it to?
Jared.
1 out of 5.
3.5.
Have story.
Yes.
Like the story.
Somewhat.
Beginner friendly.
Yes.
Skill based.
No.
Developer.
A pop screen.
Cost.
Free.
Microtransactions.
Yes.
Do you like the microtransactions?
No.
Available on console.
That is everything. No more questions for Aaron.
Aaron's Mobile Minute.
Though I have to ask you, Aaron, why do you keep recommending me play cell phone games? Because I've outwardly pointed out that I can't stand playing games on my phone.
Well, I mean, it's not the
Maybe
game. It's
is
just,
it
tablet.
because you think I'd like the style? Like if it was on the Switch, you'd think I'd play it. Kind
yes,
of thing.
because
It's probably
more-
on the Switch because that's basically a mobile phone.
Yeah, it does
So-
have its fair share of garbage cell phone games on it.
Or you have a high boredom threshold.
Yeah, that's probably true as well. Yeah.
Actually, maybe
little bit
the
of all
question
those
should be is if there's a console or PC version available for Jared.
How
many questions?
Start doing some extra research.
How many
baby.
questions did he get?
21.
What did he get last time?
Less.
Less. So this is more.
Yes.
Always competing.
Well, because Scott was asking him questions, and then like he ran out of questions, and I jumped in and asked like 1 or 2
Why
more
didn't
extra
you?
questions.
Scott shouldn't be running that shit. You guys like really
Oh,
let me down.
we put him to work.
Yeah, well,
Correction.
John
We
wanted to.
I put
We
him
let
to
him
work.
take over from
I
you.
mean,
John didn't want. You guys didn't want to do Jack. It's just like, hey, Nick. So, or hey, Scott, you're gonna come and be a guest on the show, but hey,
Sometimes
we
you
don't
have
want to
to-
do jack shit. So you just run the show. Yeah, you
He
guys.
was so
Sounds
excited to
about
be
right.
on. He was all about it. So as a
Yeah.
gracious
Oh,
host, I was
God,
like, go
yes.
for it.
Yeah.
He
so
was
sad
on
you
board.
weren't
He
here.
still had all the old notes from 4 years ago.
Yeah, they were all fucking
And,
old and just wrong, but it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but good job.
All
Aaron.
right. Congratulations, Aaron. Good job. Aaron, I think I've mentioned it to the guys before. I don't know if you've been here. Do you have Netflix, right?
I do.
Have you signed into Netflix on your phone to get the mobile games on Netflix?
I try to. I haven't tried that.
Hey,
No,
you should
actually, I
try
haven't.
and then play games on there, and then like if you
Dude, they have
I
Oxenfree 1 and 2.
I'm playing Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge on my phone right now.
Okay.
Through
I should
Netflix?
give it a crack.
Yeah, through Netflix.
Yeah,
It's
Netflix
free on your
games
mobile
on your
phone.
phone, dude. Seriously,
Oh, that sounds cool.
there's a lot of really
Okay.
good games on there. I've even
I'm not
It'll-
subscribed to
Slowly.
Netflix
It'll work
at the
on your
moment.
iPad too if you have an iPad.
But you know, somebody
Even Jared's played a mobile game on this.
Yeah,
well, Shredder's
Okay.
Revenge
'Cause
isn't a
there's no
mobile
ads.
game. Shredder's Revenge is just a straight up. It's the game that's on your
Yeah.
console, but on your phone. So it's
Yeah,
fucking
but
awesome.
There's no ads.
There
That's
are
the
all- there is
important part.
also-
That's
yes.
why I don't play cell
Yes.
phone games.
There's
is 'cause
also no
ads
ads.
on every corner.
But they're free because
Okay.
you have Netflix. So like, install the Netflix app and then like sign in, and then you'll have all
don't
these
worry,
games.
Aaron. They have their fair share of dopey ass stupid mobile games. They're just completely unlocked.
What are you trying to say?
I'm
Oh,
looking. I'm looking into
they have good,
decent ones.
they have fun games too.
You,
Actually,
you don't
Dave-
have to watch ads.
Dave,
to
if you're
get
gonna
your
do
next
it, a game
turn.
I would recommend for you is Breach. Into the Breach.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a strategic. It's like an XCOM game, but it's mechs. It's fucking awesome. Oh, fucking awesome.
And that's on the Netflix one. Okay.
Yeah, it's Netflix.
Yeah, just Netflix has there's tabs on the bottom. There's a video game controller.
Or just search
tap on it.
games and it'll pull up all the games. But yeah.
I'll have to look at it next time. I have to look it up on my tablet. I have Netflix on my daughter's tablet, so
And then you'll be like, I need to get a backbone. Anyway, let's move on to try play beat off.
yes.
Very
This is
additive.
This is the new segment. This is the evolution of the beat list to playlist. We're just gonna do like this kind of thing where try play beat. So we have, if you've played 3 games, you've tried something, you want to talk about it. You've played something, you want to talk about it. And you beat something, you want to talk about it. Those are the 3 games you get to recommend. If you have 1, cool. If you have 2, cool. You have 3, cool. But that's it. You can't do 2 tries and 2 beats and 2 plays. That's how I'm gonna limit you guys. That's how we limit it, so we can go quickly.
There we go.
Got it? Boom. Unless it's just someday it's just me and Dave talking and like, well, just talk about all the games you've been playing, Dave, because no one else is here. But tonight
Yeah.
we have a full 6-pack. So Jared, try play beat off.
Well, today I tried Sea of Stars, which is currently free on Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Premium, whatever they call that. It's on most things, and it's
No,
like
it's not
a
on Premium,
Chrono
it's on
Trigger, a
Extra.
modern Chrono Trigger.
It's not on premium. It's on
Essentially.
extra.
Extra. I don't know all the tier names.
Premium
Does
is the
anybody
high-end
actually know
one.
all those names?
I do. Yes.
It's not the high end one because the high end one's garbage because it's only for like PS3 games.
That's
and
premium.
PS1 games.
Premium is garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Sea of Stars, I really like it so far. It has like the timing based battles where you can counter based on like your button presses. You can attack heavier if you time your attack just right. Even like keep bouncing a boomerang off of enemies if you keep timing it just right. So the battles are turn-based and they're actually fun and invigorating because they keep you active through the whole time.
Everyone says it's a lot like Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, it's a lot of you can tell that they loved Chrono Trigger, and I really love the art style that they have in this. It's really well animated. So if you're into that old school kind of RPG stuff, Super NES, slightly higher than SNES graphics wise, maybe it could perform as like a 2D PS1 game, I'd say.
Are you just
There
gonna
was a
keep? Are
lot
you
of
gonna keep
2D
playing it, or
PS1
you just
games.
try it and you're done?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going.
All right,
I probably put like an hour and a half into it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next.
And I'm still playing Starfield.
What?
I'm like 20 hours in now.
What?
Yeah.
You're,
Yeah, so I'm enjoying
you're
that.
supposedly past the hard part, like the churning part. Now you like supposedly you've turned into like the game is like for real now. Like you got past.
You got the butter.
You got
Now
over
you
the
can just
hump.
roll.
Now you're just gonna be in the game for the rest of your life.
No, it's been pretty consistent for me. I went in.
Oh.
I've been enjoying it.
The butter's not made
at a
yet.
certain level. I'm not like gushing over it or anything like that. I think it's a good game, really good game. Not a great game, but it's a really good game that I've been having a lot of fun with. If you're scared to try it for some reason, don't be. Just jump in and do whatever the hell you want. I mean, that's kind of what it's there for.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you've listened to podcasts and everything and people and if you have that turned off or not, but the all the stuff I'm hearing about, like the game doesn't really happen until you hit New Game Plus. Does that scare
haven't
you
gotten there.
at all? Oh, you haven't heard any of that shit? You haven't heard any of
No,
that
nobody's talked about what New
Oh.
Game Plus is, so like I'm not really surveying the lands to see what New Game Plus is like and what it changes in the game. I'm just kind of taking it for what it is. Every once in a while, like, because as I said, there's like a gajillion quests. You walk by somebody, and it's like, oh hey, bitch, wine. Oh, go talk to this person.
Sounds
That's
like
a
he
quest.
loves it, right, guys?
And no, I mean,
Game of the
everybody has a
year.
complaint. You need to go check it out. You know,
Right.
that's essentially any side quest in any game, right? So this
Right.
one, it's you don't have to go and talk to them. It just automatically assigns you this quest to go talk to that
Also, you
person
don't
about that issue. Yeah,
listen
so you
to the
don't miss
bitch in the
anything.
morning.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you can be walking down a hallway, and most of the conversations that you hear are quests. So there's no lack of content. So rushing to New Game Plus probably isn't the best thing to do because there's a lot of interesting things to do, and all the side quests are not exactly
Well, it's
the
not
same.
rushing to it. It's just that the game unlocks something that becomes
Yeah,
the game.
I haven't gotten that
Alright,
far yet.
alright.
I'm guessing I'm about halfway through the main
I
story.
think so. I think it's like a 40-hour game. Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't been just crushing through the main story. I've been doing side stuff because I've enjoyed it. The ship battles are a lot of fun. I've been crushing a lot of people in space, so that's been a lot of fun.
And what
Yeah,
have you
yeah, I
beat?
modified my ship a little bit. Oh, I beat a game on Xbox Game Pass. I don't think any of you guys would like it. It's called Dorigone, and
Never heard of it.
it's like this woman. She goes to this old house she remembers her grandmother from, and you have to go through finding pieces of your memory because for some reason, which you learn later, she lost her memories and
Because she's
has
old?
been trying to piece. No, she's not. She's maybe in her 30s.
Oh. I thought she was
And her
grandma.
grandma
I'm
passed
sorry.
away, and
Oh, her
she
grandma passed away. I thought she was
yeah,
the
her grandma
grandma.
passed away, and she went there to figure out like where that relationship with the family went wrong and what happened. So it was really heartfelt. The art style is beautiful. It's I thought it was a really touching game. Right up there with the Last of June, which Dave beat once upon a time, and I beat last week sometime.
Oh, that was a really good
Yeah,
game,
so
wasn't it?
it's on the same level as that, I'd say, Dave. So you might be interested in that game. It's Dorigone. You saw the box art in the beat list.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right, Dave, what you got? What's your try?
So I think I've moved Cyberpunk over into my try column. I've played it a little bit and I'm done with it. It just doesn't grab me. I've tried to come back again and again because like I was looking the other day and it's like 9 out of 10 on Steam reviews and
Wow.
3.75 or whatever on PlayStation 5 Metacritic. So, I mean, it's getting decent scores, and I'm sure a lot of the low scores are because it released half finished, or perhaps not half finished, but buggy as all get go and all the rest of it. And I waited to play it on the PlayStation 5, but
So
can't
may
get
I
into it.
interject?
Yeah.
Soon they're going to release like a big update that
Yeah, I hear
they're
2.0.
yeah. So I might try it after that because I that is on my like long time ago try list because I haven't it's not
Yes.
even installed on my system, but I do want to play it someday.
Yeah, I keep coming back to it, and I really want to like it, and I just can't. I can't remember how long I've played it for. I've given it a good try.
Mhm.
It's a couple of hours. It's not like I played it for 10 minutes and was like, this
Yeah.
ain't.
Right.
Yeah, I think I've talked about this personally a few times. Like games that take place in cities, I have troubles getting through because it's just a city with a lot of streets. I have to stare at the map to get through the whole thing, and if there's no real fun ways to traverse, it just gets boring and monotonous. Like
Yeah, I think
Infamous
that's
has
part of it.
really cool ways to get through it. A lot of games have really fun ways to get through the city. Saints
Mhm.
Row, but like these realistic kind of city games, Grand Theft Auto, I couldn't stand.
I actually agree.
I
I
had
agree.
troubles with
I agree.
Cyberpunk.
I agree with what Jared's saying, and
Probably
I think
reminds you
early.
of work, Jared.
Well,
Yeah.
what I did early on was, obviously I'm a sexy chick, and I make sure I'm pretty much naked all the time. And then the first vehicle I made sure I went and found was the Akira motorcycle. So like at least I had something to drive around that looked fucking cool. So like I could be sexy and cool on this motorcycle. But I agree,
Right.
the game on the console is lacking. I haven't played it on PC. Like all the PC scores are through the roof, and the console scores are like not. I mean, I played it on PS4. I mean, I played the PS4 version on PS5. I beat it. Game's fine, but it wasn't.
Mhm.
It didn't blow me away like Witcher 3
I
was
don't.
awesome.
The shooting mechanics don't feel particularly great, and
Well, they're cleaning that up in the
story is
patch, though.
kinda
I will say
confusing.
this: so some of
Yeah.
that stuff is getting really cleaned up in this patch.
as
So-
well as
I
like
hope
car
so.
battles and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
Like, all
trying
kinds
it
of-
now is
car
probably not
battles
the
in
good
that game.
idea. Like
Yeah.
trying it for real would be later because they even fix like how you.
I feel like that's the story of this game, though. It's like when I
Oh,
bought
yeah.
it, it was like wait for the PlayStation 5 version, they'll fix it, and then it's like now it's
Yeah,
wait for
and,
this.
still kind of
for
more
2.0.
underwhelmed.
Well, I
Yeah.
wouldn't play it if
Yeah.
if you're not into it. I wouldn't play it at all. But I mean, you only got it for like what, $20, so you're not.
Oh, yeah, I
outraged.
Yeah, I
bought it
got
on
it for
disc.
20. Yeah.
No, I was actually interested. I thought the idea of the cyberpunk, universe and all the rest of it would be pretty
Mhm.
cool. I just, for some reason, just didn't grab me.
The story
Yeah.
does get cool at the end. The sex scenes are pretty good. But you know,
I put quite a bit of
Alright.
time into it. I was enjoying the story beats, but just going in between the story beats, I was getting.
there
a
is
little
this
bit-
one religious quest that's pretty crazy that I remember just talking a lot about with someone, and there are some cool stuff in it. I'm curious. I am curious to come back to it with the patch because I do want to. I am probably gonna get the expansion, but I'm not touching it until that because I did recently touch it. I talked about it. I talked to Jared about it a little bit, I think, but I installed it and I played it, and I felt like the game was just it felt like nothing was going on in the world. It just felt so empty to me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so I just like quickly stopped, deleted it.
Yeah,
And I was just like, I'm going to wait for the patch and then I'll buy the DLC and see how the game is different. But
Mhm.
I think back then I was like really into it because like, oh, I hadn't played it. I was like I needed things for my PS5 to play, and I was playing the PS4 version, and I was still playing PS4 games, but now playing some more hectic games, the game felt dated even on the PS5 version.
yeah.
So
It's like kind of a bloated, confused mess. In some respects, sometimes it's hard to kind of keep it all like moving forwards.
yeah. So what are you playing?
I am playing Saints Row, and that game so wants to be like sexy and cool, like with the character creation and all the rest of it, which is cool. But like, so an example would be the breast and groin slider. Like when you put it at 100, it's not ridiculous. Like it really needs to be like it. Like if they really wanted to capture that Saints Row vibe, like 100 should be ridiculous.
You're thinking elephantitis here, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they really want to go,
These are his knocks on the game, John. Like I can't have fucking thunder pussy. I have to have
Yeah.
no,
this,
I think that
a
and
bit of a
that's
bulge
where
in my
it's
pussy.
that's where it starts. It wants to be funny.
I can't
and it
have
wants
two
to be good.
like pork chops hanging from my vagina. I have to
Yeah.
have.
Oh.
Well, you can't see it because it has to have, and that's the other thing. You have to have a little like icon in front of your privates. I mean, you can do the top, but it's like they went 90% of the way there, and they should have just gone the 100%. And I do like that the you can choose the voice actor and not just there's like 6 voice actors that play it, and you can also choose the pitch, so you can go from quite a like deep voice to a quite a high pitched voice, and it's actually pretty realistic sounding.
But what about the
So
game?
Dave-
The character creator is fun and crazy, but what about the actual?
Oh, I
what do you
know.
think? What do you think about the actual game?
It just feels it feels a bit dated. It's kind of fun. The writing's probably the bit that saves it. It's not like the wordplay between the characters and all the rest of it is the bit that I enjoy. Other than that, it just feels like I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 3, essentially, with better graphics, obviously. So,
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, we
Let's
all
go
know
back
what
to the
Saints
character
Row
creator.
could have been and can be, but it's a shame that
It
Volition
doesn't
is now gone.
feel like a AAA game, if you know what I mean.
Well,
That's
it's not. It's not, and I would say it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like. I feel like it feels like a direct. It feels like playing. It feels like you're playing Saints Row 4. That's all. That's basically all it is.
Yeah.
Even Saints Row 4's character creator is about the same, except you can be topless now. I don't really feel like it's.
The world doesn't feel particularly interesting. It's like big, but it's kind of empty.
I mean, you're talking about
the character creator was what they were like really big on.
Oh, there's a lot
that
of.
was like the first.
There's still a lot of stuff you
it was
can
like
do
a big
in it.
demo.
There's still a lot of stuff you can do
just for character creating.
Yeah, there's.
I mean,
still
it does.
Lot
it does have a like sensible, like the character creator thing. For what, even with what I was saying earlier, it makes sense the way it like it's laid out, and if you want to make your character.
Well, the other thing you're missing out on this, Dave, is that like you can create multiple characters and then just like switch between them. So like you can have a loadout of a character and then have a different character, and then you can just switch. Like, oh, I want to be Fat Santa Claus, and then I want to be Johnny Sins. It's like that's literally what you can do. It's just that's.
I also
Mom,
haven't
Dad, don't look up who Johnny Sins is.
Yeah, Mom, go look up Johnny Sins. He's like an astronaut. He's a doctor, a dentist. He's a entrepreneur. He's like a mailman sometimes. He's been a pizza delivery guy. He's fucking talented. Johnny Sins. Sins.com. Anyway.
And so far, the other knock I would have against it is so far all the weapons are really dull.
Yeah,
but
it's all pretty basic.
I don't think I've unlocked anything, but it's like a machine gun, a shotgun, and
the basics.
Yeah. It's basically everything that was in Saints. It's basically Saints Row 4. It's just kind of
without the dubstep,
without sci-fi,
because they got rid of the kind of the really goofy shit. But
which I kind of enjoyed, and I'm kind of disappointed. I think that's probably why I'll continue playing it. I'm enjoying it. The writing's pretty good, but it's not a great game. I can see why 60% is or whatever it was 70% was the score it got.
It's free this month on PlayStation Plus Essentials.
And the company was dissolved last week or last month.
Yeah, like a week and a half ago.
Buy the season pass that they're always advertising.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy the season pass. There are some great Easter eggs in it. There is some great shit in the game. I think the game does do some really cool stuff eventually, but it is a bit of a slog sometimes. And it's just, hey, Saints Row 3 existed in a time and space that Saints Row 3 could exceed and be its best game. And Saints Row 4 was not that good of a game. That fucking Get Out of Hell was an awful DLC. And then
I quite enjoyed Get Out of Hell.
No, that was awful, dude. That's kind of like why this game. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
And then, this Saints Row game, it tried to kind of reboot the franchise, but it just needed a lot more help.
Yeah, it feels a little
Dave?
half finished. No, I haven't beaten anything for a while.
Dave doesn't.
I don't think anybody else has beat anything this week.
Oh, wait. Our next contestant has beaten something. So, Nick DeWin, what have you tried?
Fallout 4.
No. You guys aren't paying attention to the beat list. But anyway, Nick DeWin, what have you tried?
I beat something.
I haven't really tried any. I mean, I don't think there's anything that's really eligible for this.
Are we just going to say that you tried, played, and beat the one game that you? Is that basically?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, because I'm under the impression the try list is a game that you tried and then you decided you didn't like. So
no. I mean, you could still play it if you want to.
Because I have a whole. I mean, the only list
I'm just
that's bigger
put
than
on
my
some,
try list
music
is
while Nick talks about his game.
Well, so you don't have a try, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So what did you play?
I don't have a recent try. Well, I mean, what I've been playing is just God of War 2018.
Oh, you went back. Oh, so you did decide to go to that one. You decided to give up on the other one. How's that going?
Well, not. I mean, it's just kind of interesting. Like if you're kind of looking at like if you're like the way I'm thinking of it is like a movie. It's like where you're almost like caught up to like where you start the movie out at like almost the end, and then you kind of go back to like kind of lead up to.
So Empire Strikes Back.
How you got to?
You're just about to learn that Darth Vader is Luke's father, but you you stop it before that happens, and you go back and,
And then
watch
you go
Star
back
Wars.
and watch all the
Focus on
prequels.
some whiny asshole named Anakin.
You go
Pretty
back.
much.
Well, I wasn't gonna say go all the way back. I was just gonna say go back to New
Oh,
Hope.
okay.
But all right, fine. If you want to go,
You did like a Tarantino cut.
But I mean, I thought it was kind of fun and interesting because it's also kind of helped. I mean, when I first started playing the 2018 one, it was kind of hard for me to like keep track of all the characters and stuff. And then jumping into Ragnarok, and it's like I've got this head on my hip named Mimir, and I
no
like,
idea.
okay, I don't.
Why?
Yeah, I had no
Why?
idea. And then I go back and play, and it's like, oh, okay, so this is how he winds up here, and I don't know. It's just kind of an interesting way to kind of see the whole story.
Is it
unfold,
oddly
kind of
rewarding
doing this.
too, in a weird way?
It in a weird way, it's actually like I'm kind of reinvigorated in the series, and I was even playing, like I'm starting to like squeeze in time to actually go down and actually play the game. So
That's
it's like recently I had a goal, and this will tell you where I'm at in the game. But I just recently got the Blades of Chaos.
Isn't that an awesome sequence?
Right?
It is, but the only thing that's also confusing is, since I already had him in Ragnarok and I've got like all these different moves and stuff, I try to do all these moves
Yeah,
and
you
I
don't-
don't have
no,
these
you don't have
moves.
it. Yeah.
And so
Right.
it's like, oh, well, shit.
It's basic.
So
It's basic chaos
it's
right now.
Yeah, basically. So it's a little confusing, but I mean, it's, I've already gone through hell and back, so to speak. and
Nice. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
It's,
Yeah,
There you
okay. You're
go.
But-
getting close.
yeah, but I mean, just for the whole of the story, though, I just thought it'd be interesting just to go back and do that, and then kind of catch myself up, and then
Nick DeWin
I'll go
doing the
finish
God Aware
Ragnarok.
Tarantino cut, like John's saying.
I
there.
guess,
It's like,
I
yes,
suppose.
It's like just cutting the time up here. It's like just
Mhm.
so. Anyway, good time.
All
because
is dead, baby.
everybody
All is
else
dead.
did it like 2018. Then they got to do Ragnarok in
Right.
chronological order, and I'm gonna do it differently,
Yeah, that's cool.
and it's kind of fun this way.
Well, then prove Jared wrong. What game did you beat?
And I did it twice. Journey.
Yeah.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
it seems like you enjoyed it quite a bit.
I mean, the second playthrough, I wasn't intending on. I mean, it was really just trying to go in and just try and do one thing, but then there just happened to be somebody in there, and then I just started tagging along with them, and we just kind of went through and got to the end of the game. Like, I went through, froze, and then was either reanimated, so I either died and went to heaven, or whatever interpretation you want to make about the end. Oh, spoiler alert, by the way.
Rebirth.
But it was like right at that, I guess, rebirth is when the game decided to crash. And so I had to go through and do that whole snow level all over again, and do it alone,
darn.
even, which also just kind of hit me in the emotions too. I mean, it was
The music's
like-
so good.
and it also just made me really sad too, that I was like connected to somebody, and then I lost that person too that I was playing with.
Yeah.
And just that kind of made me, yeah, it really made me sad. I mean, I went back through and played and beat it again, but I didn't have a chance to beat it with that person that was with me from like level 2 all the way on,
Yeah.
Oh,
I get
Broken
that.
Bridge. So
Yeah.
yeah, the second playthrough is probably the most emotionally roller coasty, I suppose. Like
Aw.
the first one, not so much. I mean, I was still just trying to figure out the game, as limited as the game will actually tell you, like what the lore is, what exactly the goal is, and so on and so forth. But I mean, I guess maybe that's the point of the game, is just it leaves it a little open to interpretation.
I thought it'd be.
No, it was
it
a
was-
fun game, and
It was funny because like I mentioned this idea like this random like because I know it's a short fucking game, that I thought it'd be fun if we all replayed it, and then talked about it, like
Yeah.
do a dissection, and then Nick just took it and ran. It's like we didn't even agree
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad he
Well,
did. Yeah.
Well, I just did it just in case anybody else decided to do it, and at least I'd have something to bring to the table instead of like, yeah, I jumped in and played about 5 minutes of it and blah blah blah.
Well, it's such a short game. It'd just be a fun game to like to
Mhm.
really like if we all played it and then just really kind of like did one of these episodes where we just like dissected it, kind of like our Mass Effect episodes or whatever. It would just be
Right.
this because it is a really cool game, and I was just it'd be cool if everyone
Yeah.
knew it had it fresh in their mind and we could talk about it. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah, and
first
I was
games
also-
my daughter connected with in a big way.
And I was also
Mhm.
surprised when I started at Santa Monica Studio. I was like, oh, well, okay, well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm still in the family here with
Yeah.
jumping from God of War to Journey, and I'm not really cheating on the other game.
Probably arguably one of the best snowboarding games. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
But it was almost funny because I also had a thought like every time I restart the game, I almost feel like I should be hearing Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe.
Santa Monica Studios was involved in that?
Yeah.
It's that game company.
Yeah, but it's also but there's also
Okay.
there's also
I didn't realize
support.
that.
It was a support studio, I believe.
Okay, cool.
And also, I don't know if anybody got that reference, by the way, but I think Ian might have.
I got you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Yes. Good movie.
All right,
Mhm.
Aaron.
Anyway,
Have you tried anything? Not your Aaron mobile minute. Something different than your mobile minute.
well, no. Unfortunately, I have not tried anything differently.
Are you
I played
playing
more-
anything?
I am actually, but this one is I'm playing it with my daughter actually, the Mario Kart game. She loves that game. Mario Kart 8, she constantly brings to the Switch and it's like, that means play with her. So she'll sit in my lap and we'll play for a few rounds. It's actually pretty fun. So definitely playing.
Doesn't she
that.
know it's just a Wii U game?
Yeah, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's not even 2. She doesn't even.
You haven't even told her that yet? What kind of dad are you?
I try, but as soon as I talk to her about games, she's like, I'm bored and runs off.
Mm.
Well, the nice thing about Mario Kart for little kids that just don't get video games yet is that it has an auto accelerate and a keep you on the track mode.
Yeah.
So they can just kind of sit there and watch it happen, or they can still steer around. And goof
Also, they
around.
don't have to
So
press
it's-
buttons. They can just.
She tries
Yeah,
to
they don't have to
steer,
push buttons,
actually.
but I mean, you're never gonna win that way because you can't like do the boosting around the corners. You can't drift and
Mhm.
whatever. So they'll just stay on the track and still be having fun. But
Yeah.
and if they do use the joystick, their character will react to it. They just can't fly off the edge of the track and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's
Yeah, no.
fun for them, but it's once they understand video games, it's dumb and they get bored.
Yeah, no, I've been playing with her, and I'm just happy that she likes video games in general because she likes bright colors, sounds, and fun, silly things. So I'm excited that she
So
likes
she
video
plays
games.
Rainbow Road.
Nice. Cool.
Yes.
Have you beat anything? Aaron.
Nope.
Aaron.
I know, but
Aaron.
I know I'm getting there.
Someday.
And that's okay.
But he did let us know that he's been making progress in Ragnarok because he
I
now
have actually.
got to the
But
point.
he's been
where
playing
He's got
more.
the spear.
He's been playing more
and-
Mario Kart than Ragnarok. Is that what your play by what
Well,
you're saying
I
your
wanted-
playlist?
Oh no, God of War I've been playing more than Mario Kart because let's be honest here, Mario Kart's kind of like when my daughter's awake and when she has attention span to play it, but Ragnarok is when she's asleep and I actually can like get some solid time in and just I want to say something different than Ragnarok. So I feel like every time I say that it's always Ragnarok, 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 I want to say something different as well. And I felt like it was more exciting to say that I got my daughter into gaming a little. So
I just think
It's-
currently you're on the path to beat Ragnarok before Nick.
I got
You're
I
still
got out of
because Nick has put
Helheim.
himself in a place where he's going to beat the first God of War before Ragnarok. So like the race there's like this race is happening.
This turtle race.
This turtle race.
Two like three-legged turtles
It's
jumping up a mountain.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're just all sitting by waiting, you know, just
I know.
hoping. I'm
Zero
rooting. I'm
race.
rooting for you, Aaron, to beat Nick.
I just got a Helheim, so the second time Helheim. I got the dog is now it's now Fenrir.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
I'm-
that scene's so awesome. I love that part.
Oh, damn, you're really close.
You're getting close,
You're
Aaron.
close,
You're gonna
sir.
beat him.
Yeah.
yeah, I just gotta have at least another couple
Nick's
nights.
gonna
of-
have to play all day tomorrow to catch up.
Spoilers. Sorry, Nick.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm at the point of no return, but
Oh, okay. Well, see.
In which one? Which game?
Which game?
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Oh, all right. So he stopped.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Where are you at in 2018?
He just got the Chaos Blades.
Oh no, he's
well,
past
right,
that.
and I
He's-
also
he went through hell and back.
yeah, went through
He's like
Helheim and back,
halfway.
That's
Freya
that's-
removed the illness
The
from
illness from
Atreus.
Atreus. No, I think that's
and
kind of
if-
like towards the end of the second act. It's into the third, right?
Yeah, getting pretty close.
maybe
Yeah.
it's. I mean, I still haven't.
It's been so
Uh,
long ago.
Yeah, it's been.
I mean-
It says 2018.
I
Yeah.
think
20. Yeah.
actually that's okay. That's where I'm at.
You
I'm
guys might
outside
be
of
kind
it.
of close. It'll be
I'm
interesting.
outside
to see.
of. I'm out. I think I saved it outside of Tears. Whatever that thing is, where I'm supposed to go back in.
I don't remember.
It's where I ran into the other Thor's son that tried to attack me, but
Oh, right.
yeah, I went back when Atreus fell ill, but I came back and now I'm just waiting outside it. It's not his temple, is it? I'm
I
a
like
little
how
confused
also
in
the
that way.
feet on that have the square, triangle, circle.
Mhm.
Nice. I didn't notice that. Till
What?
just
Well, that's some nerd level bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Well,
So is that
I
a
wish you guys the
PS4
best on the Thor race.
Bro?
Yes.
Thor.
Sorry, God of War, Thor. Same
Well,
difference.
Thor
Come
and
on. Thor is in
I
them.
mean,
this Ragnarok
I mean,
was badass, man. Just to see that whole story arc is worth
Listen,
the game right there.
let's get to John. John, JPK, have you tried any video games this week, or since it's been a while since we've really done any of these episodes? So have you tried anything worth note?
I tried SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
Oh, really?
That's on
Yeah.
Game
And
Pass.
how
isn't
did
it?
you enjoy that?
It's definitely a throwback. I never played the original when it first came out, so I played It reminded me a lot of if you ever played Toy Story 3 on the N64. It reminded me a lot about that. Just kind of third-person adventure game with SpongeBob characters.
Have any of you guys played this game? I feel like I might have.
No.
Nope.
We got it free, right?
Yeah.
The third person adventure you should be playing on Game Pass is Psychonauts. What you doing with SpongeBob?
Oh, this is not
Oh,
the
I'm not,
brawler one.
I'm not on Xbox. I'm on Sony. No, it's not
okay.
Brawler.
Oh, there is a brawler one. I haven't played this then. There's a brawler one I've played, but not this one.
Huh.
Interesting.
And then for games I've played, I was really hot on The Witcher 3, but now I've switched to full-time hunting, skinning, and crafting in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, Red Dead 2. Yeah, what a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian, quiet. Let us.
I love it. It's great.
Soak in John's Red Dead conversation here.
I'm not saying anything. I'm letting you guys talk.
Yeah, the hunting in that game was actually a lot of fun.
Man,
Was
And
it?
the fish, I loved
Such
fishing in
a
that
good
game.
Was it?
Yeah.
The fishing was fun?
I'm
I
not
spent
so hot
so
about
much
the
time
fishing.
fishing in it. I loved it.
I actually switched the fishing
how
to
much
just
ti-
pulling down
Dave-
the square button.
Dave, how much time did you spend
Huh.
fishing?
About 5 minutes at most.
So the game is really good because the fishing 5 minutes. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love
Okay.
fishing.
The fishing, okay.
Should be in every game.
That's Dave's favorite mini game is fishing.
All right, go ahead, John. Sorry.
No, and then I haven't beaten anything because it's gonna be a while till I beat
No,
Red
no.
Dead
Let's go back to
Redemption
Red
2.
Dead. Like, why? What is this? The 100th? What time? Was it the third, fourth time you're playing this?
This is the third time I'm playing this game.
And what are you expecting to be different, or what are you trying? Or
Actually, there's some things I haven't seen. Like there was like I've run into some stuff I haven't seen before. Like that one point there's a UFO that you can trigger if you go to a certain cabin at midnight, and that actually happened to me accidentally. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen this before. There's like a Civil War vet who still thinks it's 1864
Yeah.
that you kind of bump into, and I'm like, oh, I haven't experienced this yet. I'm doing a lot more of the challenges, so it's kind of hard to. So the whole I mean, I think it's safe to say the whole point of the story is redemption. So it's hard to play that game with low honor playthrough because you can see canonically they want Arthur to have the redemption, but if you're doing the bandit challenges, you got to shoot people in the face, unfortunately. So it's kind of hard to do a high honor playthrough while you're doing some of the challenges because you're gonna do low honor acts. So, granted, you could do it later in the game, but for the playthrough I'm doing, he's pretty much low honor Arthur. But I love how sarcastic Arthur is. I mean, it's pretty funny, very
It,
dry sense of humor.
if we can ever get on the same time window, we should play online someday, John.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I
I've
would
only I
totally
played
reinstall
online.
that to play online.
Yeah, I've played online a couple of times.
It's fun. I like the quests that I did.
Yeah, we could do because I didn't realize there was this whole story component to the
Yeah.
multiplayer, so I'd be
That'd be
interested in playing
awesome.
that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
I'd play
after
Red Dead
you're
Online.
settled in. Huh?
I'd play Red Dead Online.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I have it.
Let's get a posse together.
Do you want
All
to
right.
play? I have Red Dead Online. I have a chick. That's way more fun than the
Okay.
fucking base game. The base game is just hot trash garbage.
Yeah, Ian's talking about his
So
love
is the
for
only
the game
difference
again.
just because you can play as a woman? Is that really
Yes.
the thing that?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. Arthur Morgan
You
is the
know that's
worst
true,
fucking
John.
character. He's so uninteresting and boring, and I don't give a shit about him. Holy shit! It's like
It's so hard to tell. He's a British dude.
It's like fucking Fat Albert, but he's white and stupid and has TB. It's like gonna die, got blood coming out of my mouth. Anyway, such a dumb fucking
Something
game,
like that.
dude. Such a fucking dumbass.
That's a good boy.
All right, I think it would be best if we moved on from Red Dead as a conversation right now.
That's a hot take.
Anyway, sorry. I apologize.
Ian.
Yeah, I got
Let's
them
move
all.
on to you.
So, I tried, and I'm interested in playing this game more, but I'm just busy with another game. But so I tried the PlayStation Plus this month, Generation Zero, and I actually kind of dig it. It's like playing PUBG, but in like a solo game. It's like you run around, you kind of go around, and you're sneaking around. You're looking
That's
for
the
things.
Monster Hunter kind of game, right?
No, they're robots. So there's these
Oh,
weird
My
robots.
nephew's
robots
has been
or something.
playing it, so I'm kind of
It's
curious.
fucking weird, and you kind
what
of
it
in
is.
this countryside, and you pick up ammo, and like there's little quests, and then like some, and you can play it like I think 3-player co-op or something. But it's it immediately struck me as like playing like PUBG or something like that. But it's just not a battle royale. It's just like, so I kind of dug it. I played it for like an hour or two, and it's like a lot of running around, looting, and like sneaking, and then like you come across a bad guy that's like more powerful than you. And you have to like kind of figure out how to take it out, and it's kind of fun. It's not like the best. It's like a PS4 game, so it's not the best looking game.
What would you compare it to?
Like PUBG, but you're fighting
Just straight up
AI,
PUBG?
not you're fighting smarter AI, not. Yeah, it really feels like PUBG. Like you like put armor on, and there are quests. So you do like interact with NPCs, but like when you're really out there, like, kind of like slowly, kind of like sneaking around this like open world, it just it feels like PUBG. You're looking for ammo, you're looking for like better armor.
It just doesn't have the shrinking environment.
yeah, and there's none of
stuff
that.
like
This is just a game.
Huh.
It's just a regular game, and
Okay.
it's very kind of. I kind of dug it. just kind of dug it. So I've been playing that. I played that for like an hour or two. So that's the game I tried, and I'm interested to play it some more. But I'm just busy with my real game, which is I'm fucking playing a shit ton of Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm not going to talk about it because I'm going to be releasing the episode later this week with Fuzz Vega, and we're going to deep dive into Baldur's Gate 3, so you get to hear all about that game.
I love when you guys release episodes. I do.
So we're going to deep dive that game, but I do like it a lot, and I'm like 40 hours in at this point. And
I have to know, how much of the game has your character just been naked?
So I've been naked quite a lot of times. And everyone at camp is. I make everyone. So
not his character, him while he's playing it.
No, here's the cool thing. Like all these games like Saints Row or Cyberpunk where they make you can't be bottomless. This game just says fuck it, and you can be. You can have your dick out. You can have your pussy out. You can pick between different pussies and different dicks. This is like no fucks given here, and so you can just and it's just not just me. I can make my whole party naked if I want. So it's fucking awesome. But no, we have armor.
No mods necessary.
No mods necessary. No, but I have a cool outfit I wear, and then in camp I'll run around naked, and you can. I mean, the game is so fucking horny. It is crazy. But it's so much fun. Super cool, and so yeah, I believe later instead of having a couch co-op beer episode, I think we're gonna do a deep dive Baldur's Gate 3 episode with me and Fuzz. And so
you're gonna go balls deep in Baldur.
Balls deep, and that'll be fun. So that's the game I've been playing.
Baldur Gate.
And then I believe a game I never mentioned that I beat on this show because we haven't done the beat list in a while. I did. Maybe I'm wrong. I might have mentioned it, but I rebeat Fallout 4, which is a game I clearly am naked in all the time and run around and shoot things. And my playthrough of that, I might have talked about it, but I don't remember. Maybe with Nick? Did I talk with you, Nick?
No, you've talked about it with all of us before.
No, I think there was an episode with just Nick and I. Maybe I talked about it.
Maybe.
Anyway, I beat that, but maybe it doesn't count.
What run did you do? Because you mentioned, I remember you talking about you wanted to do different run in Fallout 4.
No, it wasn't a different run. It was just that everything seemed so different than the last time I beat it. Because I spent so much more time in the Institute than I did the first time. I feel like I went in the Institute, killed everybody, and left. This time I did more methodical playthrough and kind of, I don't know. So things were just different at the end this time. But anyway, a lot of the stuff that Jared says applies to Fallout 4 in like what Starfield is. It's a Bethesda. Ultimately, whatever the differences are, it's still ultimately a Bethesda game, and that's
it's the same engine,
huge,
heavily modified.
So,
and that's what I was gonna say with Jared trying to find like an array of items in one room. I was going to ask if they had something like they have in Fallout 4 where it's like you can have a list of items like scrap that you're looking for that you can actually highlight to where when you enter a room it actually like has like it kind of like highlights in green, so it's like an ingredient that you
it's like highlighting highlighting recipe ingredients. It will no I haven't noticed.
There's this cool thing that Baldur's Gate 3 does when you enter a room. If you just hold X, you'll inspect the entire room, and then it'll just give you a list, and then you can just scroll through the list and like pick the things you want to take.
You can just select what you want.
What you want to take. It's awesome. Fucking awesome. It's like, wow, what a crazy cool thing.
Yeah, you don't have to walk up to every glowy bit and press the button and be like, oh, I don't want that.
Hit the one button, it'll highlight everything, and then you just pick what you want. It's kind of crazy.
With the tediousness, because I do run into this problem with Fallout 4. Like, just I feel like I'm aiming for one item and then I end up grabbing something else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, actually, it's probably all the Bethesda Fallouts, I think.
And this is where Baldur's Gate does a similar thing on that. You can do the highlight thing, but if you do the highlight thing, you can also just like keep hitting the directional pad, and it'll just cycle through everything in the room.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
So you don't have to like keep doing it with the mouse, like trying to get it. You can just like cycle through them all.
That sounds great.
Anyway, there's some cool features in that. Anyway,
As the game progresses, I think they'll patch or update a
I'm
lot
sure,
of things
sure.
to make it more user friendly.
I'm
I'm just glad they got it out in the condition that it's in, because it's in really good form.
That's cool.
Probably the
Yeah,
best Bethesda release.
The modders will fix it anyway, and they'll do it for free.
Yeah,
And then we'll
but
mod
I
it
can't do that because I don't have the Steam version.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Anyway, all right, quickly, couch co-optionals. Jared, go.
I've already mentioned the show, but the latest, I watched episode 5 and 6 of Ahsoka, and episode 6 has some really badass battles in it. It's lightsaber battles.
The show is awesome. The show is
I would strongly
awesome.
recommend watching that series because it's
the
really
best.
awesome.
It's the best Star Wars show that they've made.
And Ian's only saying that because there's some sweet curves in it.
There's sweet no. I mean, I will say that too, Jared. Like it's a episode. It's a show of just chicks, which is awesome. But it is
Right.
just actual.
Well, even like that.
It's
Sith,
actual just Star
Sith,
Wars.
Like dark, like her, that one Sith Lord girl, whatever
Well,
her name is.
She's an apprentice.
She's
but yes.
awesome.
But yeah. No, it's just a show. It's like how Star Wars is. It's like, oh, we finally get a Star Wars show, not a fucking bullshit show.
Yeah.
Anyway. Cool.
Oh, I did. After I finished that episode, I dug a little deeper, and they have vintage. They call it vintage Star Wars, and I watched this like animated episode. It was like 9 minutes of like the worst animation I'd ever seen. So look for vintage Star Wars on Disney Plus. It's so bad.
Okay.
A lot of that old animated stuff. They have all the Ewoks stuff in there. Some stuff I've never even heard of. It's wild.
Cool. Dave.
I haven't actually done much this week. I rewatched Crank. If you haven't seen that, Crank.
Well, recommend the chainsaw that you bought.
Oh gosh, I bought an electric chainsaw. It was nice, but that's something else. Because you can't take the
Right.
piss considering you guys recommended hose pipes. So, and I wasn't going to mention it. So,
Who recommended
no.
hose pipes?
What?
like, who was it recommending the hose the other week? What was that?
Oh,
was
that
Nick.
was Nick. Nick, the
Yes.
yard
Oh,
hose, the
yes.
garden hose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I recommend
everybody
those.
probably needs a hose someday.
everyone needs a hose.
Fuck them
Everybody
hoes.
needs hose.
Nick DeWin, what are you recommending this week? That's not a hose.
Hose.
Hose. In different area
No,
codes.
this week. Damn it! That's what I was going to say. I was going to promote different area codes. Motherfucker. No, actually, I was just. I mean, this is a little dated for me because I don't need them anymore.
Wait, hold on
at
a
least
second,
for the
Nick.
time.
Did you go to the Oktoberfest Saturday?
No, I did not.
Oh,
And
okay,
they were
sorry.
also doing it today too, but I
There
was
you go.
just too
Alright.
tired and
Alright.
burned.
All right. So what do you recommend?
It was a long week, but no, and this will be for John. I mean, I already mentioned it for him, but maybe he'll have some input on this. But if you need to like a free refresher on some form of education, especially if it's math, algebra, or whatever, the Khan Academy. It's I use this for reasons, but it was a big help in kind of trying to relearn, or at least for me, I was trying to relearn some Algebra 1, and I think it helped me do what I needed to do to get where I needed to be to allow me to do what I did.
They have a simple
I'm being
website.
Yeah, it is. It's Khan Academy.
Khanacademy.org.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I had it pulled up on
KHN.
my phone, but
Con
the
like CON.
no,
Khan as in Star Trek.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
KAHN.
See.
Khan Academy.
Mhm.
Con.
They got a lot of stuff though.
Yeah.
I recently
So,
Free
watched it.
free lessons.
Cool. All right.
Free
Yeah.
is the important
Yes,
part.
and John, have you actually ventured over there at all?
Yeah, I have
or-
actually. I was doing some algebra stuff last week. But I see they have some stuff for the second, third grade, so I may get into that too.
Cool. You
I
guys,
But no,
never
it's
pulled
a
that.
great
networking,
resource
grouping,
for
friendships,
stuff like that.
networking, hooking up, helping each other out.
Well-
What a community we're building here at the Couch Co-op.
Right.
Well, yes, I
Oh.
mean it's basically just to it's all about
KhanAcademy.org.
doing what we need to do if we want to better our lives through better employment opportunities.
Exciting. It's exciting though, right?
Hmm.
You must be
It
excited,
is.
Nick, a little bit, right? I mean, you must be excited.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
it is. But the next part is talking to people, and
Oh, your favorite.
unless it's in this,
Let AI do
oh,
Yeah, just
no,
Aaron.
I think
Oh.
I'd rather let alcohol do it. But
Aaron, what you got for the good of the order?
All right. So I started this documentary thing on HBO Max. It's called 100 Foot Wave. It's about this surfer guy. I can't remember his name at the top of my head, but he's like famous for surfing 100 foot tall tidal waves in like Spain or Portugal or something like that. And I seen the footage of this guy like going in these waves. And first of all, I never wanted to do surfing in my life. It's a fucking terrifying thing getting on this little tiny board against these giant waves that look like giant, like just dragon mouths coming down and go if you're not careful. This documentary made me respect that habit. I'm still never gonna go surfing.
I've heard about this
Ever.
documentary. I hear it's incredible.
It's great. It's fantastic. I can't. We're on episode 3, and
Hmm.
it is really good. I think we'll probably finish it in like the week because it is such a good thing. It grabs you, and you just want to know what's happening throughout the entire thing. And I guess it's a lot more innovative in that area than you think. Because I guess they have like spotters, and I guess that was never a thing before.
Right.
And like they brought in jet skis to like help people out, not just like pull them along, but like if they fall off the board or the tidal wave eats them pretty much,
Yeah.
they can get the jet ski in and yank them out. But I will say this, the only thing I'm not crazy about is the guy kind of reminds me of Bubba Gump with surfing, like 60-foot waves, 70-foot waves. I'm like, oh my God.
Surfer
fuck Bubba
dudes,
Gump.
man. Surfer dudes. They ain't the smartest. Yeah.
No, but I'm just like, come on. A 60-foot wave, 70-foot wave, 75 and a half. I was like, God damn it, dude. All right, Bubba.
That's funny.
But no, anyway, that's my only minor grievance. But other than that, it's a fantastic documentary. Anybody who wants to watch that sort of thing, they're kind of getting the idea of a different like sport other than football, basketball.
Right.
Get into that. It's actually really fun. I
Cool.
liked it. My wife and I both can't get enough of it.
Cool. John, what you got for us?
Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Oh my God,
Ooh.
such a fun movie.
It's a fun movie.
That
It's on
looks so
Amazon
good.
Prime if you're a member.
They took
Uh,
that.
I'll
I'll
have to
keep
check it
that
out.
too.
They took that Guardians of the Galaxy formula. And
Yeah.
applied it to Dungeons
Huh.
and Dragons, and it just
Yeah.
fucking worked, dude. Like, just like it's such a fun movie.
Okay.
It looks like it.
Yep.
I'll have to
It's
check
so
it out.
fucking fun.
Yeah, it's one of the few movies I kind of regret not seeing in theater just to support it.
And then
Huh.
just they kind of like your thinking is going one way, and they kind of do something just to slightly change what. Like the whole thing with the dragon. I don't want to spoil it, but the whole the
Oh, yeah,
dragon
yeah,
is like that's funny.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
do nice little like things that add more depth
Yeah,
to the movie,
yeah.
but it
it's
doesn't.
Okay.
But you still get the message.
so good. Watch it. Oh,
Yeah,
Jared,
maybe I'll
if you
do
still
that
have
tonight.
Fuzz's Plex, I'm pretty sure it's on there.
I have Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. But it's a great. I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, this is so good." Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
Okay,
fun. A lot
cool.
of fun. Totally worth it. I agree with John.
Yeah, I remember Ian mentioning it once upon a time and really
I think it's fair
being
to say
surprised.
if Chris Pine is involved in something, it's a pretty safe bet.
Well, Hugh Grant is fucking hilarious in it, and
Oh,
I
Hugh
think
Grant's in it?
Hugh Grant
Wow.
is fucking hilarious. I think in that
Okay.
movie, everyone's
Okay.
funny in that movie. It's just just smart, funny, well written.
It's also in the Dungeons and Dragons universe, so the big part of the movie takes place in Neverwinter. So it's like, oh, I've played that game.
But they also like take a lot of just that lore and make it work. Whereas like, I mean, it's been like 2-3 Dungeons and Dragon movies that have just sucked balls. Like they just been awful movies.
Never watched one.
They've just been awful movies. And this one, they just made it somehow under this radar and made it, and it was just like, this is fucking hilarious, And it's just,
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know if it did that well in theaters, but it was reviewed really positively.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I'd watch more movies like that. It's fucking cool.
Oh, and also the special effects were really well done.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. I feel like it's interesting you brought up how well it did because it probably was on a lower budget, but my fiance and I were kind of pleasantly surprised how it wasn't oversaturated with just a bunch of bullshit special effects. Like they used them. It seems like they knew how to use their budget in
Right. The
better
ending
ways.
wasn't like a special effects extravaganza. It was a really kind of a simple, small kind of fix it. I mean, there was kind of this big thing going on, but ultimately it was like
Yeah.
this small battle. Like I'm not gonna. This is not my recommendation, but I saw Flash, and
Yeah, Flash was worse.
those effects are so not finished. They're just
Yeah.
not finished, and like
That's what we were comparing it to.
and it's just like, wow, like, you know, you just put your money towards the effects. You don't use them all the time, but like there's so much effects in Flash. It's just like, holy shit, and you just can't finish them all. It's just like, what a garbage. Like you
Right.
need to write. You need to write to the effects, not let the effects write the film, you know. And that's
So, real quick aside about the Flash. So in the Flash, they do scenes where the two Flashes are right next to each other, but for whatever reason, then they digitize the actor's face. So there was a body double, but then they digitize his face on the body doubles when they're right next to each other, and it looks terrible. And then I'm watching the Batman with Twilight guy, Robert Pattinson. And there's a scene where he goes to a club and then you see two twins answer the door. And I'm thinking like, see, they did this with like, you know, similar
but
effects,
that
but it looks
Batman
great.
movie is badass. The Flash is not.
But then it turns out the twins are actually twins. Like they're actually two
You're
real
talking
people.
you're talking like an actual film versus a movie. I mean, the Batman movie is a fucking that's a great fucking movie. You can't be comparing that to the Flash, bro. You gotta like be comparing that. I don't know what you compare that to, but I love that Batman is my favorite Batman movie. Anyway, my pick. Dave bought tickets. Hey, are you guys? I've probably talked about Brutus before. Brutus is awesome. It's a cool band. My friend Malice in the chat turned me on to Brutus, and it's a fucking sick ass band from like, where are they from?
Belgian.
Belgium, yeah. It's like a 3-piece. It's a chick drummer and lead vocalist, and then a guitar and a bassist, and they are playing Mississippi Studios in April. So actually, John, you could buy tickets. Nick, you could buy. Aaron, all you guys, if you guys want to come, go buy tickets. It's at Mississippi Studios, but they're on tour. They're going on tour in the spring, and
That's a cool venue.
Yeah.
And
it's $26 all in.
It's like a $20 ticket, but then with fees it's $26, and it's fucking awesome. So, hey man, I'd love it if everyone came, but if you can't make it, it's cool. But it's like a metal band, but kind of like Deftone-ish kind of. It's a little progressive. It's like a little kind of, check them out on YouTube. But I fucking love them. I'm glad Dave's coming. My friend Nick and I. Nick Vaughn. I mean, you guys know Nick Vaughn, most of you. So anyway. We've been horn dogging over this band for a long time, and then Nick's like, "They're coming," and then the next day he's like, "They're on sale." And then I was just like, he and I were just gonna go, and I was like, "That's such a cheap fucking ticket." It's like, well, I'll just see if anyone else wants.
Why
to
are you
go.
complaining? Don't say that.
No.
Why are you complaining?
No, I'm not complaining at all. But I'm just saying, like, well, they've been selling out fucking festival. I mean, they've been at festivals and selling out shows in Europe, but they haven't. They've done some American tours, but like it's just so much smaller, and I'm just surprised that it's. So, I kind of feel like perhaps they could sell out, but maybe they won't. I don't know. I have no idea, but they're a super popular band, and I dig them, and I think everyone should go listen to them because they are fucking cool, and it kind of feels like. With this show in Portland, we're getting on, with this kind of cheap show we're getting on the ground floor of a band that's hopefully going to blow up, in my opinion, I hope. So, and it's always cool to be a part of that. Anyway. So, Brutus.
Makes sense.
Anyway. All right, guys. Let's get out of here.
All right.
I want to thank you all for listening and remind you to leave feedback at thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com. Direct all your what did you talk about, shitty Jared? What was it?
Hate mail.
I forgot what you talked about. Anyway, something we had to anyway. Or find
Lots
us.
of things.
There's something that it was anyway. Probably just direct your email towards me about Nintendo. That's fine. Or
Yeah,
find
I
us
was
on
gonna say,
socials.
Buy that Nintendo glaze, Ian.
Find us on socials.
Jared on Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic. That's what it was. I hate Nintendo. Jared hates Sonic. So
There we
make
go.
sure you decipher. Tell us who. What email is going to who when you send it to thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com.
Or even if we're both right.
We probably are. Or find us on our socials at
Just
Couch
send any
Co-op
mail,
Shows,
really.
at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word, no hyphen. I want to thank Jared, Dave, Nick, Aaron, and John for joining me here on the couch. For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other. Fuck Nintendo.
And Sonic.
Couch Co-op.